Shinpai Suna Kansashi Yo Hagame Hitoni Shinsetsu Yodake wa ikaruna Shinpai suna Kansashi Yo Hagame Shinsetsu one more time. Yodake wa ikaruna Shinpai suna Kansashi Yo Shinsetsu All right, friends. Wardrobe change, microphone on. Lights, camera, action, and we're live. What just happened? Right? Okay, for those of you who weren't here yesterday, those were the Reiki ideals in Japanese. Not my first language, y'all. Let's put it that way. Not my second or third language. Though I'm feeling like I'm going to have to learn it. I'm going to have to learn more. I really am. And see what kind of memories are activated, because when we learn different languages, it can open doors and gateways, friends, doors and gateways. So what are we doing here? This is day 30 of the 40 days of Reiki. My crystals are like, we're not in your hands. All right, they're in my hands now. Day 30 of the 40 days of Reiki. And my intention is to educate, inform, inspire, and intrigue you about Reiki as a tool for healing in mind, body, soul, and spirit, yourself, others, the world, as well as Reiki as a tool for spiritual awakening, and for those who are called to take it to this level, Reiki can also be a spiritual path. And that's how I am choosing to relate to it, because it just gets sweeter and sweeter the more I work with it and surrender and let go into the grace and love and higher consciousness that become available by interacting with the Reiki energy. It's really, really amazing and phenomenal. So welcome, friends. Aloha. Thank you for being here. Just an announcement. I'm teaching Reiki 1 and 2 online in May. And the registration for that is now open. Yes, it works online. It works really, really well online. Like, no problem. And you'll be empowered in the class to learn how to give other people Reiki online. Reiki 1 and 2 is a certification, so you will receive a professional certificate upon completion of the course. You will immediately be qualified and empowered to begin giving Reiki sessions to other people, if you choose to do so, and charging money for it, if you choose to do so. Some people are going, just for their own healing, and that's perfectly fine and acceptable too. Some people are going just because they're curious. They don't really know what's going to happen. That's perfectly fine as well. All are welcome. Truly, all people are welcome. If you're brand new to Reiki, you don't know anything about it at all, or if you've already had training, Reiki training, 1, 2, ART master, etc., in any lineage, any tradition, any style, all are welcome. And the details on that offering are linked in my bio or in the description if you're watching this on YouTube later on. So that's very, very exciting. It will be a powerful healing experience amongst a divinely ordered group of beings who gather for that. Always, it's like the right people. There we go. Sorry, my internet is not great. What I was saying though is that it always tends to be the right people at the right time who show up for a class. And, it's really, really cool how that does happen. And upon registering for the class, just giving that permission, setting that intention, you will be taking the class, blessings and healing can start coming into your life as soon as that takes place. The magic happens well before the Reiki class begins, and then in the class, lots of amazing things happen, and then well after it too. It's really, really phenomenal how this energy works. Also, if you're feeling healing in these, please share them. And if you're like, I'm not feeling healing yet, well, let's get into it. Let's do a Reiki Invocation. How's that sound? Reiki Invocation is a guided meditation that calls in the energy of Reiki, which we'll be talking about what Reiki is after the invocation. And if you're not so sure about it, you won't receive any Reiki. Reiki respects free will. It comes from a very, very high level of consciousness, and it will respect your free will. If you're not open to receive Reiki, you will not receive any Reiki. And if you are receiving Reiki, if you're open to receive Reiki, you will receive the correct amount for you in all the areas that it's needed, because it's conscious life force energy. Again, we'll talk more about what that means in a bit. So without further ado, let us call in the Reiki energy that's already here, but invite it in and share it next level with y'all. So go ahead and close your eyes and take some deep breaths. Turn your awareness inward. Let go of everything in your external world. Everything you were doing and thinking and saying before this moment in time. Let go of whatever you may need to do, think, or say after this moment in time. Just let it all go. Drop into this beautiful, rich, deep, peaceful, present moment. Tuning into your breath, taking some deep breaths. Tuning into your heart. Yes, your heart is there. It is working. It's working for you all the time and doing so much more than we're even aware of at all times. The light of Reiki fills the space around you. As you breathe in, the light of Reiki flows in on your breath and fills your body. You receive the light, and the light within you wakes up and is revealed to you. This is the light of your life force, your spirit. There are archangels standing at the corners of the land, and on every side, standing all around you. And they shine their light into the light. As you breathe in, the power of love fills your breath, and you receive the power of love. The power of love within you wakes up and is revealed. You remember Love is who you are at the core of your being. The light of the divine mind fills your breath, and as you breathe in, you receive the power of the divine mind, and the divine mind within you wakes up. Your higher consciousness, your higher thought is present, and the field of possibilities is open. Your intuition, instincts, and imagination are awake. Your inner guidance, your inner truth, and inner authority are revealed. Your heightened perceptions, senses, instincts, and observations are awake and present and revealed to you. The light of the divine heart fills your breath, and as you breathe in, you receive the power of the divine heart, and the divine heart within you wakes up, and your heart light is revealed. Your heart light shines out in front of you, on each side, above you, below you, and within you. This is your divine presence, and as you see your divine presence, you see it in everything and everyone around you. The light of the earth rises through you and fills your body and your breath, and you remember that your body is made of the earth. Your body gives your life force, your spirit, breath, and life. Your body is the treasure house for your great beaming light. Your pure human spirit is revealed. The light of creation, the light of God, fills the air you breathe and flows in and reveals the light of creation, the light of God in you. Your divine spirit is revealed. Your divine spirit and human spirit unify in your breath. When you listen, you can hear the heartbeat of the earth and the heartbeat of creation, beating in the same rhythm as your heart. The light of creation and the light of your body are one light within you. Your divine nature is present in your human nature. You remember your beautiful spirit, your life force is here in your life, in this moment in time. Look into your heart and say thank you to you. Take this time to notice how deeply you love, how deeply you care. We say thank you to each other. We are meant to be here together today. We say thank you to the angels and the enlightened ones who join us, and thank you to the teachers who come before us and the descendants who come after us. We are honored to be among them. Aho, amen, namaste, and so it is. Thank you, mahalo. As a child of God, I claim my power and purpose as a servant of God. I demand that all darkness leave me immediately. I demand that all darkness leave me and all who are watching immediately. I ask that Archangel Michael place me and all who are watching in his blue bubble of protection against all darkness. Y'all can come back when you're ready, as you're ready, taking your time, taking some deep breaths. Bring your awareness to your eyes. I'm just pouring some hot water. Maybe you can hear that because it's chilly here today. Friends, beautiful friends, welcome everyone. Aloha, everyone who just popped in. We just finished up our Reiki Invocation. It was powerful and deep as always. If you want some Reiki healing, you're welcome to go back and listen to this recording after I post it on my IGTV. All of them are there. This is day 30. There are a lot more. And they're also on my YouTube channel, Taylor A. Norris. So you can always go back. We've covered so many amazing topics already. There's infinitely more that I could share on the subject and will be sharing. But I want to give y'all an opportunity for the friends who are here now. If y'all have any questions, go ahead and offer them in the chat and I can address those questions, comments, anything that may be on your mind or heart about Reiki that I could clarify. A delicate journey. So excited to catch you live today. Thank you for doing this every day. I am so grateful you're here. I really, really appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, friends are tuning in, not live. That's great. I love that. I love that. My guides are like, yes! The internet, social media, being used for good. More of that. But yeah, if y'all have any questions at all, I do have things I can talk about. Y'all know I always do. So don't worry if you don't have questions, but I do want to offer that, now or anytime throughout the live. Y'all can always share your questions or comments or anything like that, or hearts or emojis. Those are welcome too. I like emojis. I'm fluent in emoji. So what I wanted to talk about today is Reiki. Oh my God, surprise! Yeah, Reiki. So what is Reiki, right? What is Reiki? I am rereading my Reiki 1 and 2 manual now. I just finished rereading my Reiki Master Manual. Now I'm on to my 1 and 2 manual. And, it was coming to me as I shared that I have this upcoming course. What are some of the things that might be blocking people from taking it, to actually doing a Reiki training, actually doing a Reiki workshop? And cooperate. There we go. Internet's back on. Jeez. Am I going to be able to do this live today? Y'all, my internet's being upgraded before I have my online workshops. Don't worry about it. It's being upgraded day after tomorrow to fiber optic. Yes. So I was contemplating what are some of the beliefs people might have that would block them from actually signing up for a Reiki workshop and seeing the value in a Reiki workshop. And 3 things came to mind. Number 1, Reiki is too woo-woo. Just writing it off right off the bat as it's woo-woo, right? It's woo-woo. I'm not woo-woo. Okay. Number 2. What was number 2? Reiki is a religion. Reiki is a religion. I already have a religious path, a spiritual path, or I'm non-religious or non-spiritual. I believe in science. I'm not going to be doing a Reiki training because Reiki's a religion. Okay? That was the second belief that came up. And the third one that came up was Reiki's not practical. Having that belief, I don't need Reiki. I'm already on a healthy diet. I'm already in my own healing process. I already have a different kind of energy healing, say, or I'm already a massage therapist and, that it's already really working well for me. I'm already this kind of healer and I got it. it's not practical, it's not necessary. All right, hello, the holistic misfit. Welcome. Yeah, I'm just sharing some of the limiting beliefs I thought people might have, misconceptions about Reiki, what those may be, things that would block someone from actually signing up for a workshop, like the workshop I'll be offering in May. Registration is open. And yeah, so that third one being that it's not practical. I don't need Reiki. For whatever reason, I don't need Reiki. Reiki's not practical, like in my life. So those were three that came up. And so today I want to talk about the first one. But if y'all have any questions, friends who are coming in, y'all are welcome. I'm here to serve y'all. Ultimately, I'm here to serve y'all in terms of my intention, educating, informing, inspiring, and intriguing you about Reiki. So if you have a question or comment about Reiki you would like to share and have me address, you're welcome to do so now or at any time during this live, which is going to be not so long today because I got a massage to go to. Yes, because I get body work. It's important. But yeah, I wanted to talk about the first one, that Reiki is too woo-woo. And yeah, I mean, that could be a definite legitimate concern for someone who identifies as, not woo-woo, right? I remember the first time I heard woo-woo, I was like, what are they saying? And you might not know what woo-woo is, but just like, airy-fairy and like, like too spiritual or, not practical, not grounded in science, like pseudoscience. What are some other woo-woo synonyms, potential definitions? I should look this up. That would be good. But yeah, that it's like, it's not needed, it's ungrounded, it's not based in science, it's not based in reality, it's one of these pseudo, like spiritual new age, like vomit kind of way of seeing new age, not like new age, like people who resonate with new age, but like, oh, it's just a new age thing, like it's, okay, Reiki, whatever, woo-woo. I'm not woo-woo. I'm like a serious adult living in the world and like practical, grounded, based in science, based in reality, and like Reiki has no place in my life, right? No place. Well, friends, I lovingly and compassionately like hear that, I gotcha. But the thing is, that's not true. It has a evidence-based history, right? Dating back many years, okay? Dating back beyond the 1900s, okay? It's probably much older than that, but it does have an evidence-based history that predates the founder of the kind of Reiki that I do, which is Usui Holy Fire. So he discovered it in 1922, and people in Japan were already working with Reiki prior to Usui Sensei. So we're actually coming up on the 100-year anniversary of when Usui Sensei received the Reiki energy. The Holistic Misfit says, I get devil worship all the time. Yeah, someone came on here and asked, how do I know it's not demonic? And that's a really great way to test that out, is to like, do one of these Reiki invocations that I'm offering here, or allow a Reiki practitioner, if it resonates and your guidance says so, to give you Reiki for 5 minutes, have a little sample, if you're in person, or like a sample session online, sharing the energy. So, and then once you get it, it's like, this is really not, this is definitely good stuff, right? Good stuff. I'm going to write that one down though. Devil worship, demonic. I remember at my Reiki 1 and 2 training, in I think our first Reiki experience, when I think it was a placement. I was receiving the energy. I was like, immediately, wow, this is pure consciousness. This is from a very high vibration. I'm sensitive to this kind of stuff. Some people, it's like they have a guided Reiki experience. They don't feel a whole lot. It's not a big deal. It's still getting in there. It's still getting in there. But I had done a lot of work prior to be sensitive to different kinds of energies. I was working a lot with Tibetan Buddhism before, which it's funny. Tibetan Buddhism really has a intertwined history with the beginnings of Reiki, and still some are practicing more of a Tibetan style Reiki. So I had done a lot of work and, done a lot of chanting and mantra and like evoking different energies. And I knew how certain energies felt when they were being evoked and called upon. Okay, so I had a lot to compare it to. Some people go to a Reiki training, nothing wrong with that, and don't have a lot of that experience. But guess what, friends? They all feel like little angels after, they're all after a placement, radiating enlightenment, like, I'm so relaxed, I feel so good. That was really nice. For me, it was like, this is pure consciousness. This is the energy I've been looking to work with. This is enlightened energy. I was able to identify that because I had been pointed out by some of my Tibetan Buddhist and Shambhala Buddhist teachers what enlightened energy feels like. They had shown me. One of my very religious friends calls me hippie magic as a nickname. What, with love or like judgment, right? Because that to me is cute. Yeah, that's a cute name. That's a cute name. But yeah, so Reiki has an evidence-based history. It has an evidence base in the scientific literature too. As I talked about several days ago, there have been studies that have shown its effectiveness for treating many different types of physical health ailments, many different types of mental and emotional health ailments. And this has been observed in laboratory settings, in research settings, in hospitals, in clinical settings, various clinical settings. And Reiki is practiced, as of over 10 years ago, it was like already in 15% of the hospitals in the US. I need to look up that stat to see stat now of Reiki in hospitals, because y'all, I'm sure it's grown tremendously since then, because a lot more people have gone to Reiki workshops, received the training, started giving sessions, and then started teaching other people. There are a bunch more people practicing than there were, that was almost 15 years ago. So I will get some stats on that, some updated stats. But it's practiced in mainstream hospitals, as I shared in that, the evidence base of Reiki. I was actually gonna be giving Reiki treatments to cancer patients in a super mainstream hospital in Scottsdale, Arizona, right before COVID started, okay? They had an existing Reiki program there, and that wasn't the only one in the area. There were a couple other facilities, like veterans facilities, veterans hospitals, that already had Reiki programs existing in their institutions. So it's being practiced mainstream. Obviously, doctors, nurses, hospital staff, hospital administration are seeing the value of it and seeing the results, and that it complements well any kind of treatment. Okay, any chemotherapy, radiation, surgeries, any kinds of, existing, your typical Western biomedical model approach to medicine. It complements, it's a complementary therapy. It complements, it will not take away from or, disturb or interfere with in any way. It gets better results. The Holistic Misfit is saying Cancer Centers of America does have the stats, or has like in Reiki. I'll have to look at that too. Thanks, girl. You got me today. You got me. Cancer Centers Because I'm going to be making a whole presentation about this, and I'll be sharing this. I've been guided to do that too. That's going to be fun. Y'all, like, I love this stuff so much. It's like more work. Yes. I'm going to get to learn so much in the process. Yeah. Cancer Centers of America. Yeah, it's really, really amazing. I think even Mayo Clinic, like the main one, has a Reiki program. The one in Scottsdale didn't, because I wanted to go there, but they didn't offer that. But there are at least 3 or 4 places in Scottsdale, Phoenix area that I looked at to go and volunteer. Depends where you are too. You know, some areas in Deep South aren't going to have this, but yeah, and that's just for US of A. Like, people have Reiki all over the world too. So I'm sure there are places in hospitals and clinics where it's being practiced. And again, it's being studied. It's been studied for many years now, and more research is taking place. Higher quality, better designed studies, randomized control trials. We're talking at like Harvard level. Cancer Treatment Centers of America, thank you. Harvard, Ivy League institutions, University of Arizona, like some big institutions, super mainstream colleges, and we're not talking like the College of Metaphysics or like, you know, the Light Song School of Shamanism, which are great for learning shamanism or learning some of these skills that aren't offered at, say, Northwestern University, where I went to college. You know, I wish there would have been a Reiki program. There were no choices. I did the best I could with what I had. You know, I studied psychology and creative writing and religions, you know, to the best of my ability. They are very holistic as well as big gun science. There's one in Scottsdale. Very cool. Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Maybe that's where I can't remember what the hospital name was where I went. It was like the Virginia Cancer Clinic that was attached. It was on Shea Boulevard. Mom, if you're in here, you can drop the name of that hospital. I'm spacing out at the moment. But yeah, the Holistic Misfit, where are you located? You seem to know. Are you in Scottsdale? Friend. I go visit there because that's where my mom lives. Anyway, so it's mainstream. It's not woo-woo. Like, if it was too woo-woo, you know, these institutions wouldn't be studying it. These hospitals wouldn't be doing, you know, allowing Reiki programs to take place, having volunteer Reiki programs in various hospitals across the country. And there we go. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. As I said, my internet will be upgraded to fiber optic day after tomorrow. I was sharing that more and more corporations as well are offering Reiki programs for employees, and seeing that they're greatly improving employee, you know, attendance, the quality of their work, how productive they are, their stress levels, really reducing those stress levels so that the clients are sick less often, they're showing up more, they're doing a better job when they're at work, and they're getting along with each other better. So it's, again, being taught in corporations as well, introduced in corporations. And there are Reiki practitioners who specialize in those areas too, who are empowering and training the people in corporations to share Reiki there, as well as people who are very specialized into sharing it in hospitals and in biomedical clinical settings. So, you know, if that's an interest to you, if you're one of these people, you know, you could step into that too with a Reiki 1 and 2 training under your belt and volunteer to give Reiki, you know, in those settings that maybe you're already involved in. Or just, you know, have it yourself, and then, oh, lo and behold, you're a better employee. Or lo and behold, you know, whatever kind of treatment you're receiving, or say you're a nurse at a hospital, that's going to be really beneficial for you as well. So it can be as spiritual or non-spiritual as you want it to be. I talk about it here in very spiritual terms because I am spiritual. I am a very spiritual person. I am very dedicated to a spiritual path. But there are plenty of people who step into Reiki who are not on a spiritual path or do not want Reiki to be their spiritual path. They simply want to receive the energy and share it with others to heal themselves and other people. And, you know, have the physical, mental, emotional healing that's available with it, to have the stress reduction that's available with it, to have the relaxation that's available with it, and to relate to it that way, seeing it, you know, even scientifically as a biofield, you know, it can fit whatever your belief system is what I'm saying. And all the techniques that one learns in a Reiki training workshop, you can pick and choose which techniques resonate with you as well. You're free to do that. And again, relate to it in any way you want. But yeah, I wanted to share this. This is the Reiki kanji. This is the symbol in the word Reiki comes from Japanese kanji. Kanji are ideograms used in the written language of Japan. They originally came from China and are based on simple drawings. Over time they changed and have become more abstract, but one can still see the symbolic meaning represented by many of the kanji. The word Reiki is represented by two kanji. The one on top, Rei, the one on the bottom, Ki. And this is not a Reiki symbol. Like, I'm able to share this with y'all. This is like a letter in their alphabet, a word in their language. An ideogram. Yeah, Rei and Ki are the... Rei means universal. At its bare bones, stripped down, you know. To me, it's like spiritual wisdom or spiritually guided, higher consciousness. And then Ki means life energy. And it's the same Ki that people are talking about when they say Chi or Prana, or what are some other names? Ti, Ki, Chi, Prana, biofield energy. These are all synonymous with this aspect. But what differentiates Reiki from just Chi, life force, Prana, Ki, Ti, all those different words I said, is this part. That it's truly universal. It's drawing from a really, really big, unlimited, higher up source of consciousness, of healing, of energy. So that's a bit about that. But yeah, it's like it's represented here. Like it's tangible. You know, it's not a woo-woo thing. It's really not. But if y'all have any questions about that, I'm gonna actually have to end this soon because, like I said, I have a massage to go to, and I don't want to be late. What else can I share? Yeah, there are really beautiful symbolic meanings to all of this. But again, you can have it just be universal, life force energy. It can be spiritual wisdom, life force energy, spiritually guided, life force energy, conscious, life force energy. And then the representation here, this is heaven. These are like clouds. And then this is like the human level, mind, body, soul, or spirit. Mind, body, spirit is what this refers to that as. And then this is the earth, you know, the layers of density. So you can see it's dropping down from the heavens into these compartments here and grounding it. And then this kanji, the Ki part, this is seen as a pot of rice over fire that's boiling, and then this is the steam that's rising over top. And it's said that in the steam, that's where the real healing qualities of the rice are, you know, in this vapor, the real life force in the food that nourishes you deeply. Because we're all life force, you know. Right? You're alive, you have life force. You're healthy, you have more life force. You're sick, you have less life force. The less life force you have, the more you're dying, right? And then when you're dead, the life force is no longer in the body. Like, there's a body, but there's the heart's not beating, the breath's not breathing, the organs, will shut down, because that life force that animates the body has moved on, has passed on. It became so low that it exited. So yeah. Thank y'all for being here. If you feel some healing, or you have any other thoughts about that Reiki is too woo-woo, or other misconceptions, or beliefs you have about Reiki that I could address, I would love to know what they are. Y'all drop them in the comments. You're welcome to DM me at any time. As I already shared, I am doing a Reiki 1 and 2 workshop online in May. I would love to have you there. It's appropriate for beginners, as well as people who have any kind of Reiki training already in any lineage. All are welcome. It will be a deeply healing, empowering, beautiful experience. And I would love to have everybody who would love to be there. Okay? Seriously. I would love to have you if you'd love to be there. So check that out. The registration info is linked in my bio, and I'll be sharing more about it. It's the 40 days of Reiki. This is only day 30. We still going strong. Share this if you're feeling the healing. Share it with other people, and friends, family, in your story, in any kind of social media where you share things. Share this series, and you can always catch up on my IGTV at Joyful Raw Life. There are many of them there. And then Taylor A. Norris on YouTube. They're all there as well. So much love to each of you. Have a beautiful Sunday. Blessings, friends. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Love you. Love you. Shine on. Love you. Shine on.